In this video, I'm going to show you how to make a March Madness bracket step by step. For this tutorial, we're going to be using the Bracket Ninja platform. In my opinion, it is by far the best bracket maker on the internet. It not only allows you to create the exact type of March Madness bracket that you want, but it's also very easy to set up. So the first thing I want you to do is to click the first link in the description of this video, which will take you to the Bracket Ninja website. Once you click to the link, this is the page they're going to see. From here, I want you to go to the top right hand corner of the page, which is where you will find this try for free button. Simply click on it and then you'll automatically be taken to the backend of the Bracket Ninja platform. From here, we need to select what type of bracket we want to create. In our case, it's a March Madness bracket. So click on it, and then on the right hand side, you will get a little description of what that bracket does, as well as a little preview of what it could look like once you're done setting it up. Now, depending on the type of March Madness bracket we want to create, at the bottom here, we have two options that we can enable. So this is enable voting and prediction. So for example, if you're creating a type of bracket where people can predict or vote for the outcome of the tournament, make sure to have this enabled. In my particular case, I want to be the one that is going to update the bracket manually as the tournament progresses. I'm going to go ahead and disable these for me. Then go ahead and click on tournament. Once you've done that, you will then be taken to this page, which is where you can start customizing your March Madness bracket to your liking. So the first thing you want to do here is go ahead and add all the participants that are going to be taking part in the tournament. By default, you're going to get 8 participants across 4 different matchups. As you can see, you have participant 1 and participant 5, 3 and 7, and so forth. In my particular case, I'm going to stick to 8, but you can add more if you want to. Simply click on add a participant right here. If you have a large number of participants that you want to add and you don't want to do it manually, simply click on this button to add them in bulk. Follow the steps on here and then click on add participants. Now, once you've added all the participants to your March Madness bracket, what I want to do is provide as much information as you can about each participant. So for example, if you click on participant 1 right here, you will see this field open up. Here we can set their name, ranking, thumbnail, which will be the image that will be displayed on the left hand side of the name within the bracket. We can also add the email address, website, a video URL, as well as a description if that's relevant. Now, once you're done with adding all the participant information, on the left hand side of the screen, you will see matches, look and feel, settings, localization, integrations, entries, and analytics. These are some additional customizations here that you can take advantage of to further customize your March Madness bracket. So the first thing I recommend you to do here is go to the look and feel section, which is where you can start customizing the actual design of the bracket itself. By default, you'll be taken to the basic tab right here, which is where you can customize the font, the layout, the dimensions, and the skin of the bracket. In my case, I'm going to change the skin from this white and gray color to this green. I think it looks pretty nice and clean. The dimensions, I'm going to change the skull size for the bracket here on the right hand side. As you can see, it's quite small. In my tournament, we can expect a 3-digit outcome. So as you can see, we can't fit 3 numbers in there. So I'm going to make this from 35 pixels to 60. And as you can see, it just made it bigger. I'm going to keep everything else the same. Then I'm going to click on the advanced tab, which is where you can change the colors of every element that you can possibly add to your bracket. So for example, let's just suppose that we want to change the color of the participant names right here. You want to go down to bracket, and if you go down to your options, you will find participants. Then on the right hand side, you will see this color block. Click on it and then select the color that you want. In my case, I'm going to keep it to this orange color. And basically the same goes for all the other elements. If you go down from here, you will find the background settings. First option is the transparent mode. So if you plan to embed the March Madness bracket to your website, you can enable this and then it will remove the background. In my case, that's not relevant, so I'm going to go ahead and disable it. You can also add your own image if you want to, and then you can also change the image behavior as well. Now at the bottom here, you will also find some background images that you can take advantage of in case you don't want to upload your own. There's also background patterns they can also use. In my case, I'm going to go for this one actually because it looks much nicer and cleaner compared to the other one that I had before. Once you're done with customizing the background settings and the colors of the elements, click on custom, which is tab number 3 on the top here. And then this is where you're probably going to spend the large majority of your time, because this is the place where you can customize every element to your exact requirements. So for example, if you click on match location right here, which is not even a feature that we have enabled for our bracket, you can change the background, the typography, the spacing, the borders, the shadow, the size, and as you can see, there's lots of different customizations within each one. I'm not going to go for every single one to show you what's possible. I'll leave this up to you to explore. So definitely spend a lot of time here and really create the exact type of March Madness bracket that you want. Once you're done with customizing the design of your bracket, what I want to do is go to the settings wheel right here, which is option number 4 on the left hand side. And this is where you can change around the settings of the bracket. So right at the top, we can change the bracket type. In my case, it's March Madness, which is what we want to keep it at. Then you can change the main title, which is this title right here on the top. You can also add the banner image, set the description, as well as the rules and terms of the tournament. And if you go down a bit more, you will find the features section. So for example, example, if our tournament has a third place match, we can simply enable this feature and then we get a third place match bracket added to the bracket itself. If there's a prize pool, you can also go ahead and enable this to show the prizes of the tournament and show who's won what. In my case, I'm going to go ahead and disable both of these. If you don't know what any of these features do, you will find this information icon right next to each one that will give you a brief description of what it does before you enable it. And if we go down a little bit, you will find the visibility section, which is where we can show and hide very specific elements in the bracket. So for example, let's just suppose we don't want to have this bracket title on the top here. We can simply disable it by clicking on this button right here, which is for the bracket title, and then it will automatically be removed. In my case, I'm going to keep it as it is. I'm going to keep it enabled. But yeah, as you can see, there's a ton of different customizations you could take advantage of when designing your March Madness bracket. So yeah, definitely spend some time, create it just the way you want to, and once you're ready to move forward, go ahead and click on Save Changes on the top right corner of the screen right here, and then you'll be prompted to the sign up screen of the Brackets Ninja platform. You can either sign up with your Google account, GitHub, or Webflow, or you can take the traditional route and sign up with your email address, full name, and then password, and just click on sign up right here. In my case, I'm going to sign up with Google. Then you'll be told to check your inbox, follow the steps on there, and then you automatically be redirected to this page, which is where we need to assign your March Madness bracket to a project. Click on select right here, and then click on new project. In my particular case, I already have a project, so I'm going to go ahead and select my existing one right here, and then click on Save Changes. Once you've done that, your March Madness bracket is all ready to use. You can either copy code right here and embed it straight on your website, or alternatively, you can copy this link and share it with your community. In my case, I'm going to go ahead and minimize this, and I'm going to go ahead and click on Start Tournament right here on the top. Now, before you start a tournament, you will see this message that's going to show you what you can and can't change once the tournament begins. So read through this and then click on Start Tournament once you're ready. Now, since I'm going to be the one that's going to manually update the March Madness bracket as the tournament progresses, what I need to do is head over to the Matches tab right here on the left hand side of the screen, and let's just suppose that we already know the outcome of the Teddy Rogers versus Dave Franklin match. What I want to do here is go to match 1, click on it, and then you'll see this field open up. Let's just suppose that Teddy Rogers won over Dave Franklin. We go to the winner section right here, click on select winner, and then choose Teddy Rogers, and as you can see, Teddy Rogers automatically gets put through to the next stage of the tournament while Dave Franklin gets scratched out. Then we can also set the score, so let's just suppose it's 32-11, and then we can also set the date, time, and location / venue, as well as provide a game overview if that's relevant. And once you're done with updating your March Madness bracket, don't forget to click on Save Changes in the top right corner of the screen. And that's about it. That's how to make a March Madness bracket step by step. If you have any questions, please let me know down in the comments below, and I'll do my best to help you out.